Psych. Alright, so I'm at this this youth church, and it's the first night where you leave the middle school youth group and then you go to the high school youth group. So this was right before I started freshman year. I'm there with my sister and maybe like her friend, maybe somebody else, listening to the sermon, and they're super interactive. They invite people on stage. And one of the guys they invite on stage is this guy I've never seen before. In my county, there's a bunch of different middle schools, and then there's only 2 high schools. So I went to one middle school and this guy went to a different one, and I'd never seen him before in my entire life. He's called on stage, everybody loves this guy, they're like, oh yeah, and I'm just like, why, like, who is that? I'm like, he's hot. So he gets called on stage, and then they do like this like little playful thing, everyone's cheering him on, and that was the first time I seen him. And it was also the first time that I had a crush on anybody, really. I looked at him and I was like, he's a god. He's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. He's gorgeous. I was just like, who is that? Like, I was like, girl, because the girl who invited us, I was like, who is that? And she was like, that's so-and-so, and I was like, my friends and I are FBI agents, basically. We can find anybody on social media. I found him, and as soon as schedules came out, I was following him on Instagram, and he posted his schedule, and I was looking at my schedule to see if we had any classes together because I knew we were going to the same high school. So I look at our schedules, and it turns out he is in my math class. He was in my math class, and that's God. That's God. The Lord brought me to church that night. The Lord brought him to me and put him in my math class. He sat near me in my class because there weren't many people who had like the last name between ours, and the way that the desks were set up, I ended up sitting like kind of diagonal to him. I was obsessed with this guy. When I tell you obsessed, I mean like followed him on everything. I did everything to try to catch his attention. We became friends in that class, but it really just turned out he was just being friends with me. He wasn't even really my friend. Basically, he was using me for math homework answers. He was just the guy of my dreams. Great body. I mean, he played baseball. I'm not really into baseball, but when 10th grade comes, I'm at a different school, but I have a Snapchat streak with this guy. Like, he's everything to me. But he gets a girlfriend. He got a girlfriend, right? And I didn't go to homecoming freshman year, but I did go sophomore year, and I had the greatest time ever. If you want to see that video, I have my homecoming week vlog, and I go to the dance that's in there. He's not in the video though, but he had a girlfriend, and I don't think I knew he had a girlfriend yet, or I might have known that I knew they were homecoming dates, but I didn't think they were dating yet. They might have been, I don't know, whatever. I mean, all I knew was I wanted this guy to be my man. After homecoming, or the day after, or the next, like the weekend after, or whatever, I sent him a bunch of Snapchat videos of me just telling him how I felt. He didn't say he liked me back, which was kind of upsetting, but I guess regardless, it was a relief to tell him. I felt like just bottling something up that I should have told him a long time ago, but once I finally told him, I felt better, and I moved on a little. I mean, I still kind of like the guy, but like, I don't want to date him now. He responds with something like, wow, you got the courage to do that, you know, like I would never have had the courage to tell my crush how I felt. And I'm like, dude, you're a mother freaking liar. You're literally about to date somebody right now. Like, what do you mean you haven't told her how you felt? 11th grade comes. I never see the guy. I never see him. He plays lacrosse now. It's cool. I'll see him at the games, and he'll say hey, and I'll say hey, but you know, it's like each year we've kind of distanced more and more, and now it's just like a casual, like, what's up, how you doing? But it was weird because every time I would go to like any family member's house, they'd be like, do you like anybody yet? No, will be my answer most of the time. But then I saw this guy right before summer of 9th grade, and I just so attracted to this guy. I mean, first crushes really suck. I think when I told him how I felt, I cried a little afterwards. And I think after that time was when I realized that I don't have time to be crying over boys, you know? I recently had this huge crush on this guy. I'm still waiting. I'm still trying to snatch him up. You know what I'm saying? That was my first crush. Hope he's doing well. You know what I'm saying? I hope his family's doing well. Oh, I forgot to tell this one story. I was going crazy this day. Oh my god, I was obsessed with this guy at this time. Oh, I think it was 10th grade actually when this happened. I'm at Dollar Tree and I just like, I'm in the same aisle directly behind this lady and I'm like, excuse me. She turns around. Are you mom? Mom? And she was like, yeah. And who are you? And I was like, I'm Jasmine. And she was like, oh my god, he talks about you all the time. And I'm like, go on. Go on. He talks about me. I mean, what does he say? You know, anything like he wants to marry me in the next few days or anything along the lines of that? And she was just like, yeah, he shows me your Snapchat stories. If you didn't know, my Snapchat stories can be pretty comical. Not anymore though, but they were when I was an underclassman because I finally realized how cringy I was. But in the superlatives this year, I got best Snapchat story. I'm pretty proud of that. Long story short, I didn't end up with the guy, but his mom did say that he watched my Snapchat story and he showed her, and she said that her favorite of mine was when I was like freaking out over a spider. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next weekend.
The dash a digi, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie. My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I feel like a rookie. I tell her look up, cause it's snowing in Tussies. Booked for 3 years, man, you can't even book me. It's me and